Today's video, shout out to DMK. We ran into one of the best Wonderboy players I've ever gotten the luxury to face. I did remember his name. I wasn't sure on why, but when he selected Wonderboy, I think I remember him using Wonderboy against me before. I believe this might have been on stream too, so if you guys were there, this was definitely a fun fight. Like, look at that nice jumping switch kick right there. He was doing pretty much most of the unique moves of Wonderboy, a block counter right there. And it's like these are the type of fights like I love, where it's like really like a skill challenge and you really have to be pretty much on point 100% of the time or else you will, lose the fight. So seeing him use Wonderboy in a very like smart, methodical way, using the weapons he's supposed to use, some of the unique things that Wonderboy does have, just like that right there. He throws a head kick and then he clicks the switch stance. So basically, he lands in the opposite stance with a thrown kick. I believe you could do that with body kicks also, which is really cool. It's unique to Wonderboy Thompson. So, he's using all the unique things very high level. Because I'm not just an average player. I am a very good Division 20 player. So is he. So it's not easy to land, on guys like me. And I had so much fun with this fight. But our weapons are going to be, obviously our devastating body kicks, our head kicks. They're a little bit slower than Wonderboy's. It's not going to be easy to land on a good player. So the bigger weapon is those teeps right there. Those definitely add up throughout the fight because it is a 5-rounder most of the time when I'm playing. So, the frontal assault basically has Leon with 99 kick speed when he's throwing, his teeps. And very high accuracy. And the move levels are pretty high too, so it does a lot of damage. It comes out really quick. Doesn't take a lot of stamina to throw either because the move level is higher. Higher the move level, the less stamina consumption on set strike. So if someone has a 5-star lead hook, you could throw more lead hooks than a guy with like a 2 or 3-star. So it's pretty cool to know. But we have to be very slow because, if we're trying to force these big combos, he could use his footwork and catch us with some crazy kicks. So I had to be extra cautious. And it's the first round. Like, I didn't remember exactly how the DMK played. So round 1 was just kind of figuring out how I can land and not get hit as often as I can, Because I am going to get hit, but I just want to limit it as much as I can. So as long as I'm tagging up the body more and things like that, that's going to help make the fight significantly easier. I think I was like another switch stance head kick right there. Beautiful by him. Yeah, another one right there. Used them very well, And regardless of how the fight was going, whenever I had momentum or he had momentum, he never really switched up from the game plan. And he continued to play clean, which I could respect. If more people played the game like this game will be a lot more fun. But unfortunately, it's like a two-way street, It's up to the devs and it's also up to the players to play how they play and up to the devs to fix, mechanics that make the game, unrealistic or not as fun as some of the older games were. But that's a different topic for another day. I still have the same game plan. It is round 2. I'm not really trying to throw 20-piece combos unless, I get him hurt. If I get him hurt against the fence or I get him in trouble, of course, we're going to go for that finish as much as I can. But forcing it against a guy like DMK, I can't really do that. So I'm going to have to be very, very careful. See, make him whiff, punching the body with a nice level-changing combo. I was just happy the body shot at least landed. We are winning the stamina battle just by a smidge, maybe by 5%. But it's enough and it adds up, especially in a 5-rounder. So as long as I stick to the body. It's really hard to hit the legs because, Wonderboy is really quick. And I'm not trying to glue to him either. That's not the way I like to play. Like, if I'm using a power boxer or something, I still like to reset. I don't like to, stay chest to chest with somebody the whole match, But make him whiff right there. Get a nice free hook. Nice body shot. Just tagging up the body with very small strikes, Nice knee to the body. But he was trying to throw a teep. I thought he was going to move back, but he stayed there, so that turned into a knee. Regardless, I'm happy with it. A nice knee to, in the center line, right to the gut. Definitely is a good weapon to have. in your game, throw a couple around. If someone's pressuring you, throw a few. Be very careful because they can also really crack you with, hooks or even uppercuts sometimes if you're throwing these in the pocket and you're throwing them recklessly with no setup or you're just spamming them. It'll be very easy to counter. But as you can see, our kick power is really catching up to Wonderboy. We do have like 96 kick power. This is prime Leon Edwards. Make a miss. Just trying to make a miss as much as I can. Even if it's blocked, at least it's not landing clean. And we could try to punish the body, get him tired. Because with this type of style and with Wonderboy, you're definitely going to need some stamina. So, if your stamina's low, you can't really chain together kickboxing combos nearly as well. They're not going to hit as hard, and it's going to kill his biggest weapon that he has as a Wonderboy player. And that's his, his kickboxing combos, the speed and the power of the kicks. Look that he pulls, so we throw a nice body shot. Vulnerability kicked in because he was trying to pull a hook he thought was coming to the head. We sidestep that and land a nice 4-star rear elbow. Now we're going to start really going to work to the body. We're going to be a little bit more aggressive. We just stunned him a few times, even dropped him. So, of course, we're going to have a little bit more aggression. But, I'm happy with the damage I got. But look at that. He ended up coming to me. I wasn't really trying to force that. I was trying to keep it light and not risk losing round 2. Because like I said, it's a very good player. So if I double up to that body and do some, dumb shit, he could hit me with an uppercut and send me to the stratosphere. So we got to make sure that doesn't happen. But still, shout out to DMK. This was a beautiful fight. And this was a fight I had literally saved just to upload. So that goes to show you how impressed I was with, the skill level. So it was really fun. But yeah, the body health is just gone. Like I was telling you guys, those teeps and well-timed body kicks and, those small body jabs, lead body hook here and there, knees down the middle here and there. Mixing all those strikes together, we destroyed his body. So he has to protect his body with all his might because... his head health is good, but look, he pretty much getting rocked to the body with almost anything I throw. And Leon's not like a power puncher at all, and we're just rocking him. We end up getting a nice body kick finish, though. But again, shout out to DMK. This was a beautiful fight between two high-level Division 20 players, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.